Yo, it's your boy White Stacks, the engineer at All Pro Studios, letting you know that the podcast was recorded at and brought to you by All Pro Studios, 2738 Rojero Road, Jacksonville, Florida, 904-742-7776. Over 25 years of recording and production experience under one roof. So give them a call to set up your next session today, 904-742-7776.
I just ask one thing. Please don't blow a nigga high. Don't blow my high. Don't blow my high. Don't blow my high. Don't blow my Don't blow my high. Nigga, don't blow my high. I done smoked too many of them J's. I'm so far up in the sky. Floating and I feel real good. Cooler like a real nigga should. I wish one of you niggas would. You can't get up on this cloud. Cause this right here too loud. Don't smoke no black and mild.
Yeah, you know we talk that bud talk,
Bitch!
We back after after a hiatus.
There you go with those puns again.
You feel me? Happy birthday to you and all that other happy fuck shit. Yeah, we celebrated my dog Damon's birthday
You horse?
a couple days ago.
You bitch?
White boy was white boy wasted.
I was drunk
Yeah,
as shit.
awkwardly enough, you were a black guy wasted because you were drunk as hell on Remy.
Yeah. Big up the Spec for making it happen and bringing it together.
Shout out to the homie, man.
Shout out to my little stepbrother for that 1738.
Bro, you got some love on your day.
I did, and I got Metro Diner. Shout out to Metro Diner. I need a sponsorship and some more chicken and waffles.
They give y'all the chicken and waffles you can pay for, bro.
Oh, shit. So once a month? Fuck. Goddamn.
Yeah, man. We still do have a podcast. We didn't give up yet. We're not journalists at all, and we're not good ones either. But goddamn it, we haven't given up on this shit. We gonna be some podcasters until podcasting won't let us podcast no more.
I mean, we kept y'all occupied for 6 weeks, so, you know, a hiatus was needed.
Nobody went to jail.
No.
Nobody went to jail.
Actually, we're going to blame it on higher learning because the episode 7 2 weeks ago, or however long ago it was supposed to be after their session, and that shit was late as hell. So
I refuse to do that, though. I can't blame them for that. I definitely was asleep.
I'm blaming
at the time that we were supposed to be recording. I definitely just blew that.
No, but when the people hear the single that they released, because we're going to have them on the show, and we're going to have to play that song, they're going to understand that there was a reason. Like,
true that.
We canceled it for a reason.
Well, it was a combination of some high shit and life happening.
Yeah.
But we here.
High
for
life.
This episode. This is episode 7, right?
Yeah, we're on 7.
We here for episode 7.
Yeah.
And you would think that we got a whole lot of shit to talk about, but like I said already, we're not fucking journalists.
We don't.
We have not been capturing and documenting all of the events of the past month or so that we haven't been recording. And too fucking bad. Whatever we remember today, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, and you know, if you wanted to hear us talk about something, you haven't sent us a fucking email about it, so you're stuck with whatever we bring up.
Yeah, we all over the place.
What is you doing, baby? Shout out to Dan Rue, because I've been dying for like a month now off of that motherfucker there.
Hey, even though we haven't been recording, man, I see you been working, bro. You know, you still are the engineer. You made beats and shit.
You feel me? Yeah, I've been swamped, and luckily this weekend was dead, praise God, because I've been praying for 6 months for a day or two to do nothing. And this is the first thing I've done since Friday night.
Oh, that's love.
So, yeah.
Well, happy motherfucking birthday.
You feel me? God real. Shout out to Remy for getting me so fucked up.
Man, my dog got a fifth of Remy 1738 unexpected on his birthday.
Yeah.
And during that night when we were going to hang out for his birthday, he got another fifth of Remy.
Yeah.
And we had a good time. My dog got smashed and nobody let nothing bad happen to him. And we sent a bunch of pictures in a group chat the next day to just show him how fucked up he was. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, bro. I was happy to see the love you was getting and you know what I'm saying, seeing the people who really wanted to enjoy that moment with you.
Yeah, shout out to Spec for only putting flowers on the cake. Because I was expecting it to be way worse.
Yeah, he said that cake was gonna be gay as hell.
He did.
He did. Like when he was on the phone, he sounded so excited too. Like, I want to get this man the gayest cake I could think of, bro. He wanted it to have My Little Pony and rainbows and unicorns. He said he wanted it to have dicks on there, but he did say that was a little too far, so he wasn't gonna do that. But I'm just glad he didn't even do half of the shit he said he was gonna do to that cake. And Spec, I'm sorry, bro, but we ain't eating none of that cake.
Oh my God!
That one piece you took out of that cake is all that's gone from that cake.
Damn, I thought y'all were gonna let the kids eat it, man.
Man, we ain't have time for real.
Shit. Well, it was the thought that counted. I mean, cake doesn't go well after Remy, so you know. Hey, man. You know, but hey, I enjoyed my 5, 6, 7, however many days it was off. And this has been the first time in ages that it's been my birthday has been a big deal because usually I downplay it and choose to be home. So I didn't see my house for almost 5 days. I went home to shower and change and hit the streets again. So it was a good, you know. And I still got one more meal to collect this week. You bitch. Shout out to the old lady for them ribs. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, bro, I didn't know we was gonna bring that to the podcast, bro. Don't bring up the fact that, you know, my fiance cooked for you on your birthday in front of company, dog. And by company, I mean our listeners. That's none of their that's none of their business.
Shout out to Shantae for them ribs. You feel me? Hey, them shits were fire.
Great, man.
Them shits were fire. So, yeah, March 25th, Pretty Girl Pole Party Volume 2. That just came across my timeline.
Oh, it's coming back? A Stoner's Lane Maxout collabo event?
It's always nice to find out you're DJing via Facebook. Shout out to Dreamers.
You feel me?
Oh,
that's what's up.
So these 2, 3, 5, 7 weeks, what's caught your attention?
Oh man, we gonna get it right to it. I mean, some beef has fizzled down. Some beef has started up. What's beef might be the name of this podcast.
Yeah.
For a number of reasons. I mean, you know, we just I don't want to say celebrated, but we just acknowledged the fact that it's been 20 years since Biggie Smalls, the notorious B.I.G. Chris Wallace.
Oh.
The only Christopher we acknowledge is Wallace.
Another
you
one.
Feel me? It's been 20 years since his passing, or since him being murdered, and they just celebrated that, or just, you know, honored that. And it's awkward because, like I say, during that time we've been amidst the discussion of various beefs, especially in hip hop. You know, you had the situation with Young Dolph having his truck shot up, you know what I'm saying? And you know, the speculation of that being beef between him and Yo Gotti, but we ain't gonna put no names on it like that. You had, as far as like actual beef within the music, locally we had a couple of artists going back and forth with each other, Aja Chameleon and Tokyo Jets. And that was actually entertaining to me. I enjoyed that because they both participated. They you know, they weren't necessarily making whole songs about each other. It's just little freestyles they were doing and uploading. That's cultural shit to me. Like, I love that part of hip hop, the battle part of hip hop. Unlike the more popular beef that has come and is probably going to start fizzling out, the Remy and Nicki beef.
I haven't heard either record. The only thing I read on it was that Nicki talked to Nas and Nas shut that shit down.
It's been a series of interactions as far as the records, though. There were some. I mean, you know, Nicki has had this whole thing about her with being the queen of this shit, this hip hop shit, this rap shit, this female rap shit, especially over, you know, during her career as she was coming in, Remy was kind of not going out in the sense of losing popularity, but she literally had to go out because she had to go sit down for a minute. And at the time, Nicki was hot. You know what I'm saying? Lil' Kim was a legend, but she was on a bit on, as far as rap is concerned, she was a bit on the older side, so people weren't looking up to her the same way. And Nicki was the new hot thing. Remy was hot at the time, but like I said, Remy was getting in her trouble, so Nicki called herself stepping up and taking the crown as like the female in rap, like that one.
Yeah.
And she's garnered a lot of accolades, a lot of awards and record sales and shit like that. So, you know, in her music, since Remy's been home, the thing is, the word is Nicki been taking shots, and Nicki's been taking her stake as the queen, and, you know, basically saying these other bitches is her sons and all that other shit there. So Remy, you know, at whatever point took offense to some of that shit. I don't know if it was something said in any particular song that Remy was like, oh, that bitch talking about me. But Remy dropped the Sheether diss, which is where she went at Nicki over the Nas Ether beat.
Oops.
And that was dope to me because the verse that Nicki dropped that I felt that triggered that was a verse that Nicki had on Gucci Mane's song. I think the song's called Making Love. And to be honest, the song ain't all that to me. Nicki's verse ain't all that to me. Nicki made some references in that bitch to you know, her being from Queens where they grew up on a bunch of Nas. She said something about, you know, I'm a yes, these other bitches is a bunch of Nas. Talking about these hoes trying to be in a gunfight with a bunch of knives. This hoe made knives.
The way she
with
rhymed
Nas.
late with gate was genius.
She tried to rhyme the word knives with Nas. She said a bunch of knobs. But Remy was like, oh, that's how we rocking? Okay. Remy not only, she jumped on the Nas shit where she got the Nas Ether beat, which is the same way Nas had came at, you know, Jigga back in the day.
Yeah.
And she did what beef rap is. Like, it's an expose. You know what I'm saying? She didn't make a hit record. She didn't have, that bitch didn't have no chorus. That bitch didn't have no kind of melody.
Straight
She
take
was
off.
just straight barring her
gunning
ass
her
to
ass.
death. Like,
Yeah.
and you know, she was getting real personal in the shit. When Remy dropped that, it's 7 minutes of just real deal jabs. She tried not to waste no bars on that song. And what happened was when she dropped that, Nicki Minaj didn't drop nothing. She did the whole, you know, the Meek Mill thing when Drake did
I'ma
his.
chill.
You know what I'm saying? She's laid back.
Yeah.
And Remy, I feel like she shot herself in the foot after that because she dropped another one.
Another one.
And she titled it Another One.
Another one.
And it was whack. Like I felt like the Sheetha song was dope as hell as a beef, as a diss track, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I felt like Another One was a soft follow-up. And you ain't even have to drop that because Nicki had not yet responded to Sheetha at all. You feel me?
Yeah.
So just a couple days ago probably, Nicki dropped 3 songs in the same day.
That's the campaign she was doing with Wayne.
Yeah, she dropped real deal singles. And one of the songs is called Fraud. Or Frauds. I don't know if it's an S on it or not. But she got Wayne and Drake on there. And that's in her verse on that song, I guess she kind of responded to Nicki. I mean to Remy. But my issue with the whole beef thing that's going on and with the stands and the fans of either side arguing it is that it's not a beef where both parties are participating in the way that, you know, we would like beef to take place. Nicki Minaj doesn't have as much of a battle rap background, if any at all. Remy does. Remy done battled some bitches, like stood there going bar for bar with hoes and all that shit there. But Nicki doesn't have that same background. So people are wanting Nicki to respond in a battle rap manner when she's not that. And I would respect that, but Nicki is in her songs that she's making, she's putting these lines out there like, you know what I'm saying? She's setting herself up for the shit.
Jabbing, yeah.
Yeah, like don't do that
Don't
if
poke,
if you're not the battle. You know what I'm saying? Like the song Frauds is an okay song. It's okay. I like
Is it
Wayne.
on Apple Music? Because
It should be. I like Wayne and Drake's verses on there. I don't really care for Nicki's verse, and it's, you know what I'm saying, it's her song. And on top of that, it's a weak ass follow up. It's a weak response to Sheetha. If she responded to another one, cool, cause she's had a line in there about how Remy tried to do back to back and shit, like me and Drake laughed at that. You know what I'm saying? Cool, but the song was still a weak response to Sheetha. If it was a response to Sheetha, if it wasn't a response to Sheetha, you shouldn't have been like indirect with it. as far as the way I feel about the shit. Like I felt like Remy was doing something for the culture with her shit, and Nicki is just Nicki's more of a pop star than a rapper, I think.
Yeah.
You know, Nicki makes songs. Nicki's more concerned with, you know, the image, and like even in her responses, she's responding about her awards. You know what I'm saying? And saying to be the queen of this rap shit, you gotta sell rap, you gotta
Have
sell
some
records.
accolades for
No,
real.
you don't. No, you don't. It's a lyrical art. The business part of it came, you know what I'm saying, later on, but no, it's about putting them words together and painting that picture. And then if in the battle arena, it's about, you know, making some points about the person that you battling, like, you know what I'm saying, stating facts in a creative way. And in that manner, like Nicki's she's not competing. You know what I'm saying?
You know.
I feel like she had an 8-year head start if she want to talk about numbers. Remy was
Yeah.
in prison, so like that's a cheap shot. That's like kicking somebody while they down. You feel me?
And I had that conversation. I had a beef conversation about the local beef that went on, and I'm just like, I've never been a fan of the whole rap beef shit because when you reach a certain level, it doesn't really matter because everybody's eating. Like, you know what I mean?
But that's the only way to spar in that arena. See, rap is an art, hip hop is an art, rap is an art, and all that shit. But it's an art that can also have a competitive side to it. You know what I'm saying? And the only way to really compete in that shit, to me, is lyrically. You know what I'm saying? And when it's to the point of it's like two people competing with each other personally, it's okay for the lyrics to be about each other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like all that comparing how many cars somebody got and how many kilos or how many carats somebody's chain is, you know what I'm saying, how heavy or how clear the diamonds and all that shit is, that's not competition in rap. That's competition in fashion.
Well, and like my comments about the Tokyo Alger thing was who's winning right now. You know what I mean? Like why? Where did the beef come from? You know, and I was like, well,
that usually comes from people taking.
And I'm like, well, who's really winning right now? Because I mean, there's little word around the industry that Alger's still writing, so she's getting writing checks. But Tokyo with Hustle Gang and really moving right now in some form of fashion.
And that's
so
why
who's winning?
That's why rap beef isn't about comparing status in life. It's really about how good your response is to what that last person just said.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how creative are you with these bars? That shit ain't got nothing to do with who got the most square footage in their condo or who, you know what I'm saying, who got royalty checks coming per month and all that shit there, who got numbers on the board. Y'all can rap about that and compete with each other if y'all want to, but that's not what's gonna determine who's the winner in the beef to me.
Because like my thing is even if Alger wins the beef, what did you accomplish by going at Tokyo? Because you're still gonna be a local joker.
It's
like,
sparring.
you know what I mean?
It's sparring to me sometimes. It's just lyrical exercise. That's what I think. Like when people are in any kind of competitive arena, whether it's sports or usually sports is the best thing to compare when you say competitive. You got games that count and you got games that's just kind of exhibitions type shit. You know what I'm saying? Just for the exercise of it.
Oh, like Jaguar games. I got you.
Bird! See, you got bars. But I think that's what people get too held up on. Is like let the exhibition play out and, you know, judge it for what it is at that moment. You feel me? Like sometimes the Cavaliers will beat the Lakers during the season. You feel me? But they might not make it to the championship together.
Yeah.
But they meet up with each other a couple times during the season and compete with each other. And I feel like the same thing happens in music sometimes. Usually when a particular person gets on top and that person's name is in everybody's mouth, somebody else who is in that same arena to draw attention to themselves, they're gonna make mention of that person or they're gonna subliminally jab at what that person got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just the sparring of it.
Yeah.
And I like it. I like it when both parties compete. Like I like what was going on between Tokyo and Alger because they were both actually making videos of them freestyling back and forth with each other. Like the Nicki and Remy shit kind of was disappointing because when Remy dropped that ether,
Nicki was on
fire,
vacation.
and everybody was like lit up waiting for Nicki. We like, come on. And Nicki was like, she was way over in goddamn Paris. And
She hit her with some I used to date Meek Mill type shit. Like, ooh, I'ma tell. Hey Nas, you know this bitch using your record, right?
Yeah, and see, and then that, like, come on, like, then she got all political. Now Remy can't even do the shit.
Yeah.
She can't, like, you know what I'm saying? See, and
But I
again,
mean, that's chess, not checkers, for
but
real.
now, in the game, in the rap game, that was a dope chess move. And like I said that online. I say that was a dope business move. It was just a whack ass response to rap beef.
Yeah.
That was because she Draked her. You pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Like Drake dropped back to back as an official fucking song where he was taking jabs at Meek. He actually made a record.
Yeah.
And he was just taking
that
jabs.
gets played in club ride outs.
Because it's a real single, it's a real song. And he wouldn't let himself get nominated for a Grammy for the song. He didn't submit it for it to get nominated for a Grammy, even though people wanted it to. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And Nicki kind of took that approach. She was like, well, fuck it. We just gonna make a song, a real deal single. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying, talk shit about her in this single. We're gonna submit this to the radio station. So this song is gonna get a run. We're gonna hear this more than we heard Ether because she got Sheetha shut down. So we're not gonna hear Sheetha on the radio like we're gonna hear frauds on the radio. So for that reason, people gonna be like, oh, Nicki winning, cause they playing her shit all day. Well, I mean,
and you know,
she just put it through that funnel.
That shows the difference between somebody that's doing music as a profession and somebody that can do music. Because if, like, I don't feel bad for Remy Ma in any way. If you're dumb enough to use a own beat, I get your concept.
No, she ain't trying to make no money off of it though. Like,
I get your concept, but we're in the era of, you know, stop using my shit or the lawyers are coming at you.
No.
So,
I think that was because, like I say, she tried to have it to where she was getting some money off of this shit. So
exactly. If
cool.
you're gonna do that, don't use a bought beat.
You taking that motherfucker off iTunes or making it to where people can't buy it, don't take nothing away from what was said in that track.
I feel you.
She spent 7 minutes flaming Nicki Minaj's ass. For real. And Nicki came back with a weak verse on a song.
And a cease and desist.
That's whack.
I mean, you know, I'm not one to follow rap beef and all that. So, hey.
Like, I would have rather her did a press conference and say, like, I don't do battle rap.
You know what I mean?
That would have been way better to me. Just stand up and be like, you know what?
I'm not a battle rapper.
I don't want to play this game.
She would have had to admit that Savari used to write her shit, though.
She better do something. Because, like I say, there's some people that's just going to go with the numbers and be like, well, Nicki's on top. Fuck it. But there's people like me that's like, nah, man. She losing respect. And again, not that she probably cared about street cred, or she's probably grown way past that. She's probably like, you know what, bitch, I done did songs with these people. I'm in this genre. Like, she's crossover to a certain extent, so she's not gonna care about whether or not we care about that. But I feel like if you didn't care, you shouldn't have said anything in a song that could have remotely been taken as a response, because it was a response.
Yeah. Well. Hey.
And she responded to the weaker song. She responded to Remy's another one.
Oh, well, hopefully they'll forget about Sheether. No, bitch, you got to take him down.
Yeah. But yeah, that was the rap beef, the hip hop beef. You feel me? We can't forget our Pass the Joint segment of our podcast, bro. I bet you've had all this time off. You had all this vacation. You ain't got no damn Pass the Joint, bro.
No, I mean, who? No, I mean, I'll pass the J to Spec for my birthday celebration, but I don't know too many people doing anything. Well, you know what? Yeah, you can pass the J to Chance the Rapper for what he did in Chicago. When most people would win 3 Grammys and book 3 world tours and try and maximize off of the Grammys, he decided to take money that he didn't even make yet and give it to the Chicago school system, $1 million worth.
Yeah.
So that's respect right there. And because he gave $1 million, an additional $10,000 was donated strictly to the school he went to, which is where he did the presentation.
Well, no, that was the school that he started with that $10,000 thing, because he said for every $100,000 that ends up being donated, he's going to donate $10,000 more to a specific school in the school district of the city, because he was trying to get was it the mayor he was trying to get to delegate that?
The governor pretty much had a meeting with him. Only had a meeting with him because he won Grammys, and then pretty much blew him off and didn't do shit.
He said he was trying to get the governor to delegate $215 million.
That they had already taken.
Yeah.
Because it would have cut the school year 17 days short.
Yeah.
Because the staff wouldn't have been able to have been paid. So I believe that million handled that. I don't know if it handled that district, but it helped to lengthen the school year to what it was supposed to be.
Okay.
So that's pretty dope. You know, not too many. I mean, you know, even when Katrina happened, you had a bunch of rappers holding press conferences, and there was only a select few that were really down there getting muddy and dirty and trying to help. You get what I'm saying? So for a man that's not even signed, who's just now seeing a little momentum, to put himself in debt for his city, that's unheard of, period, in the rap game. Everybody else will hold a fucking a televised event asking everybody else to donate. You know, he took money that he hadn't even seen yet, really.
Yeah.
That's ticket sale money and shit like that. And he had 3 competing, he had Ticketmaster, Live Nation, and what's the other company? They all agreed, like, yeah, whatever. We'll bet.
Oh, to help, yeah.
To agree to release basically $1 million for him to donate. So that's dope. That'll be my pass to Jay, Chance the Rapper. I was going to talk about it as just another little portion of the podcast, but hey, ain't nobody in the city right now that can smoke with me. You know what I'm saying? Who you got? What you got? Yeah, all this time. You had all this time. You still ain't got one. Looking there.
Nah, man. My dog Markelle, man. Maxout.
Maxout.
Yeah, man. I'm passing joint to Markelle, man. Maxout Kell. Who is, again, that's Dreamer's cousin. Dreamer's little cousin. He's the CEO of Maxout Clothing. And I'm passing the joint to him for him being nominated for a Duval Diamond Award. And I know that there's, you know, a lot of controversy around the Duval Diamond Awards. People in the city, like anything else that is an awards type of thing where there's nominations and shit, everything, you know, is rigged to somebody. So they say the Duval Diamond Awards is rigged. They say that, you know, it's they say it's useless or worthless, but I feel like it's good. It's like kind of like what we doing with the Pass the Joint, but on a much, much larger scale. It's, you know what I'm saying, been around for over 10 years and shit. But the Duval Diamond Awards spotlights our city in the hip hop arena, but they spread it out to everything that's around that. It's not just for music. It's for music. It's for photography. It's for videography, for DJs, club DJs, promoters, fashion designers. You know, they got all kind of categories in there in the Duval Diamond Awards. And Markelle was nominated for Clothing Line of the Year. And I'm passing the joint to him because he didn't expect that.
Yeah.
He didn't expect to be nominated at all. He started the clothing line part of Maxout after I think the Stoners Lane thing started. You know, he was able to put some capital behind himself, I think, faster than we were. So Markelle bought his own equipment to print up his clothes, to make his clothes and everything. And I saw his clothing line take off in the hood and online and shit myself. And I was like, damn, Lil Cuz is really, he is on this for real. Just in the last year, for real.
Yeah.
And
he's definitely
it was dope to me to see him unexpectedly make it on that list. You know, I don't care whether or not he wins, because I know that him seeing that and him he didn't even think that he was that far into what he was doing to be on that radar. Like, it's people who are more established in the city in what they do who are not even being nominated. I've been seeing some conversations online with people asking, "Hey, why is these people not nominated?" You know what I'm saying?
Like Dreamers for Promoter of the Year, or
Dreamers for Promoter of the Year. I've
saying?
seen clothing lines that didn't get nominated. You know, there's a tattoo shop category. There's a tattoo shop that's been jumping in the last year or so in Jacksonville. Did
they nominate Danny?
Yeah, Danny on there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But it's people that's not on the list. And like I say, for Markelle to be on there and him to be where he is and what he does, I just like the motivation part of it. I know what it's going to do for him. he gonna feel like, oh, if they like me now, wait till I turn up for real.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
shout
and
out
it's
to,
happening.
Shout out to Markelle, man. I'm very proud of you, little cuz. I'm proud of what you and Dreamers got going on together. You know what I'm saying? Stoners Lane, we still here.
Yeah.
You know, another thing too, Stoners Lane merchandise is we've been kind of slow with that. But Dreamers
still get it.
Dreamers is making another push with the Stoners Lane merchandise. So please holler at Dreamers when you get a chance. If you need any Stoners Lane shirts, he's taking custom orders and everything. So we still doing our thing. But yeah, that's my pastor joint, man, for this episode, this return after the hiatus.
Yeah. Well, that was a good one. I mean, you know, he's really doing his thing. So I'm gonna big up him for the fact that he's doing his thing. Like all that other shit really don't, you know. I guess it's dope for somebody that values it, but
yeah, like I said, you know, whether I valued the actual award or not, I'm just saying, like you say, he's doing his thing to the fact where he made it on somebody's radar today. Somebody had to submit that.
Fucks with Billy and them slipped his name in there
that way.
You know what I'm saying? So
and it was unsolicited. He wasn't going around campaigning saying I need a Diamond Award or none of that.
Yeah, because I mean, in case you don't know, never mind, I ain't even gonna go there. I'm gonna keep it neutral. Is that what they say? Keep it neutral.
Yeah, I just like it because, like I say, a lot of some street cats when they step their foot into anything that's legitimate or try to move towards a legitimate way of life, a lot of them are used to instant gratification.
Yeah.
And if something don't seem to be taking off or don't seem to be
doing
anything right away, they
saying?
leave that shit alone. And I've seen him go through his own little trials and tribulations in his first couple of years of having a clothing line, and you know, he could have been just stopped that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And he kept going.
He got this notoriety now, and again, it's not any major notoriety. You can't go nowhere and be like, yeah, I'm the Duval Diamond Award nominated such and such, and it really mean anything.
It definitely ain't gonna mean a fuck thing.
But to some people, it will. Some people will see that you're doing enough to be nominated for awards, because some people don't even have that. Some people can't even say they've been acknowledged. Period. Now they might have.
I feel you.
They might have product that shows what they've been doing.
All I'm gonna say is, and we can move on to another subject, is if I win a Grammy tomorrow, I'm instantly worth a couple grand an hour in the studio. Or a couple grand a day in the studio. If I win a Diamond Award at these Diamond Awards that I'm not nominated in any category for, I'm not going to get a fuck thing out of it. Like, it's not going to do anything for my career. So,
but see, again, you don't know that. That's what I'm saying.
I do.
There are some people.
That's why I said we're gonna move. Yeah. We're gonna keep it moving. But
it's not a guarantee, because even Grammys ain't guaranteed. I mean, as far as like what you can do.
If you put Grammy Award winner behind your name, or even if you're seen winning a Grammy, or if you're on the list for winning a Grammy, it ups your stock. A Diamond Award doesn't up shit for you. It ups a bunch of money out of your pocket. It ups you on a smaller
scale. It ups your stock on a smaller scale.
Shitting me.
Somebody who is not as familiar with, like, some people just care about resume.
Yeah.
Period. So if you got anything on your resume to say you won anything, I won goddamn Employee of the Week, Employee of the Month somewhere, they're more likely to go with the services that you provide versus somebody who doesn't have anything on their resume. That's what I'm saying. To somebody who doesn't know you or the next man, and they have you and the next man as an option for an engineer for a session, if they know that you've been nominated for multiple Diamond Awards, or if they know that you've won a Diamond Award, or
we got one in there.
You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, well, maybe they know a little more of what they're talking about than this person who has nothing to show. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying for that. For the Maxout, at least it's adding something to the resume to say like, boom.
Oh no, I mean, I'm proud of him. Yeah, and he deserves it. So hey,
but yeah,
I hope he wins. I won't be there, but have a good time.
Yeah, I don't participate.
I'll be chilling at the house.
I don't even vote. I haven't voted for the Diamond Awards in years. I don't think I ever have.
The last time I voted for the Diamond Awards was when a promo company that I was a boss in, I guess you could say, we were up for one, and we know that we won it based off of votes.
Yeah,
but we didn't win it, and that's when I made the decision that I'd never go to another Diamond Awards
somebody
again.
trumped y'all ass.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So no, we got bushed. Yeah. So Bushed or trumped, however you want to put
Whatever.
it. But that's when I knew that the Diamond Awards wasn't an awards show by the people for the people. It was basically
They got electoral votes like the presidency and shit.
no, it's whoever spends the most money with Billy, and that's just how it goes. And because I have a real job, I don't care who doesn't like that statement. You know what I'm saying?
It happens.
So, but yeah, so there's that. And guess what? We got like 9 days until Dave Chappelle's 2 hours drop on Netflix. So God is real.
Ooh.
Ooh.
We got 3 days until Starlito and Don Tripp drop Step Brothers 3.
Uh-oh, you bitch.
We got 5 days until Rick Ross supposed to drop Better You Than Me.
Uh-oh.
That's his new album. That's some shit coming up.
Uh-oh.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Weed news. I got some weed news.
Marijuana.
Yeah, I got a little bit of weed news, man. It's been crazy in politics with weed. I mean, look, weed is illegal in Florida. I live in Florida, and I've been doing my thing the way I do it for as long as I've been doing it, and I'm gonna keep doing it. I keep up with the weed news because I still want to see legalization and decriminalization. Like I know it's gonna be a slow process, but I see that it can be quicker. So I want there to be some progress made in the legalization and decriminalization of marijuana, like nationwide on a federal level. We got the Attorney General, Jeff Sessions. We got who your boy Sean Spicer. They're people whose words are keeping up a lot of controversy when it comes to weed because people don't know whether or not Trump's administration is going to federally enforce, you know what I'm saying, the whole weed being illegal shit. Like right now, the states that got their shit legalized recreationally and medicinally, Obama's administration had taken the approach of, we know it's illegal, but we're not gonna just step in and like, you know what I'm saying, step on the toes of the states who've already decided what they want to do. We're gonna let the states do what they want to do.
Yeah.
But the rhetoric, the talk from the new administration has, you know, changed a little bit. You know, it's kind of making it seem like they're gonna revoke that and they're just gonna go about enforcing. And see, the thing is, like I've heard in a couple of conversations, they don't have the manpower to just really shut down everything.
Yeah,
the federal government doesn't. But what they can do, the DEA, they can target certain dispensaries just to like continue to piss people off.
The most successful ones.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that people are in fear that the Trump administration is going to start doing that the Obama administration had supposedly stopped doing. Attorney General Sessions had previously apparently promised a lot of these Republican people that he wasn't going to fuck with marijuana. He was going, you know what I'm saying? But prior to him getting in office, I heard. But since he's been in office, they say he's been kind of shaky on that. And that's just what's still going on right now, is that they still trying to figure that out. But recently, a bill has been proposed that is supposed to, again, deschedule marijuana. Now, a couple years ago, they had submitted a bill and they were considering rescheduling marijuana from a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 2. And yeah, that opens up some things for it, but it still keeps a lot of the red tape up when it comes to marijuana, the marijuana industry, and things like that. So this new bill that's been submitted is HR 1227, the Ending Federal Marijuana Prohibition Act of 2017. And like I say, this law or act, if it is signed into a law, would deschedule cannabis from the Controlled Substances Act altogether and allow the states to, you know, self-regulate their own cannabis programs. So anybody who is able to, you know, contribute to voting on anything that has anything to do with marijuana legalization, decriminalization, rescheduling, man, do it, man. Help us out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just trying to see a lot less people going to jail. I'm trying to see a lot less people denied opportunity. I'm trying to see a lot less people denied the medicine and care that they would have access to if weed was legal.
It's kind of fucked up that I can go buy a pack of Newports, but I can't legally go purchase some weed and smoke it.
Bro, that's hurtful, dog.
I can purchase a 20 rat poison sticks. You know what I'm saying?
That's hurtful. You could buy a gallon of liquor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and
the other thing that, what just popped into my mind while you were discussing that is, I don't know how the tax brackets and the tax tiers work, but in the states that marijuana is legal for recreational use and sale, that's being taxed by the state, correct?
Yeah, it's highly taxed in some states.
That state takes those taxes and pays the federal government with that money, right?
Some of it.
So
yeah.
So the U.S. government is already eating off of this illegal substance on their schedule list.
Exactly.
Technically.
Exactly.
Because the first year that it was legal in Denver, it was $30 million. What, like some ridiculous high number.
They did some numbers.
Yeah. So how much of that went back to the United States government? That's how fucking stupid our government is.
Yeah, see, one of the reasons Colorado put a high tax on it is because they took a big portion of that high tax and put it back into their school systems in their state. And which another thing is like, if the government isn't directly eating off of the federal income taxes that are being paid to them by these companies, they're also saving money by not being asked to
having to filter money to these states that are fucked up.
You heard me.
Yeah.
And that's what the politics of it kind of fucks with me, because it's things like that let you see that sometimes the powers that be are not so much I want to say they're not about the big picture, but sometimes I just feel like their big picture is different.
They just purposely go against the grain just to keep controversy and
their big picture is different. Like, what seems like it would be good for humanity to us is cool to us, but to them it's like that ain't got shit to do with what's on our agenda right now. So no.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We're more concerned with this oil, we're more concerned with these human resources
and these prescription
other places.
Drugs.
We're more concerned, you know what I'm saying? Like they ain't got time they don't care about what's better for us economically, or what's better for us health-wise, or what's better for us education-wise. That's not their priority. They use those words to keep us kind of, you know what I'm saying, like off their back about certain shit. They act like they're discussing economics and education and healthcare, but they worried about some shit that ain't got nothing to do with none of that.
Yeah.
They over there literally fighting for oil and fighting for gas and natural resources.
It's the prescription drug industry, for one. We already know that's
big pharma.
That we know that's the main thing that is the discrepancy between legalizing marijuana or taking it off the list.
Oh yeah.
Because they want to give you something for lung cancer that causes your dick to fall off and your asshole to bleed and you to get migraines and you to throw up and your foot
what
to go
Charlamagne
numb.
always
You know
say, ain't no money in the cure, it's money in the treatment.
Yeah, so it's the same concept as if you look, like the HIV cure that we all know that Magic Johnson went to Brazil and paid for, right? They're not gonna let that come here because it's anybody that's HIV positive, their prescription cost per month is anywhere from $1,700 to $2,500.
Yeah, they on that cocktail.
You know what I'm saying? So, and that's to stay alive. That's to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not to necessarily get rid of.
No, you ain't getting rid of that shit. You just staying alive. So they would rather people. It's population control in my mind. But they would rather people, be on this fucking drug cocktail that they can, it's either take these pills and live with your mama or, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's no option.
Population control is a big thing.
So.
It's a big thing.
That's the country we live in, and it was created by anybody that's older than us.
Yeah.
But
hopefully, man, I'm serious, man. I got my fingers crossed for HR 1227, man. I just hope that the government is, open-minded about it. Even more so now with the number of states that have already legalized, and just the statistics. I mean, I know they go against all statistics and everything else they do anyway, but I don't know. I really hope for the best for that, because I've seen in certain states, man, people are having their records corrected if they were convicted of certain marijuana related crimes. Once that shit being, that's something that happens on the state level. But if you got good people in high places in these states where they legalizing, they'll think about shit like that. Well, what about the people who have already been in trouble? Like, what can we do for them? You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I said right after Dickface got elected. That's why I made that statement to urge everybody to pay attention and vote on a local level.
Yeah.
Because that's really the only way that you will see that a vote matters and change is instituted. Because from a presidential level, they don't give a fuck who votes for who. If they want Trump in there, surprise, we got our commander and what does Charlemagne call him? Our commander and celebrity?
Celebrity in chief.
Our celebrity in chief, that shit. But you know what I'm saying? If you vote on a local level, then that's where things start to turn for the positive as far as when weed is legalized, people getting their records expunged and cleaned up and all that shit there.
Man, we be out here crying about who the president is and we won't go to a PTA meeting.
We won't go to a PTA meeting, or we got a shit sheriff that, you know, as soon as the new sheriff got elected, we've had fucking 3 to 5 shootings daily in Jacksonville since that cockface got into office.
And people won't vote locally for the sheriffs or the mayor or the governor.
You feel me?
People won't go to the homeowners association meetings,
town hall meetings, or none of this shit.
Town hall meetings, like,
you know what I'm saying?
Man, these people don't go.
But you will get dressed up to go to Boosie and Webby for the 100th time in your goddamn life.
Listen,
like
my
you know
fiance and I did a pop up on our youngest child in school. Because he's been having, you know what I'm saying, some issues with behavior and referrals and things. Like, he in the first grade, man. Yeah. I didn't have no referrals at all in elementary school, period, none. And he's had more in the first grade than I've had in my whole school career, probably.
Jesus.
To be real. And so we went up there. We did a pop-up. They encouraged it. They called us and encouraged us to, you know, as parents to...
Please come now. He's fucking wilding. No,
stick your head in every now and then and see how he's doing, see how the class is running. Because their thing was, well, maybe the child seeing that presence in the classroom or knowing that their parents can pop up on them at any time, maybe that'll adjust accordingly. Yeah, they'll adjust and they'll straighten up. So we did that. We was up there a couple weeks ago at his school. And we went and sat down in the classroom. Man, do you know that this lady has no control over the classroom anyway? Like, our child stood out because he was the only one sitting still and doing what he was supposed to be doing, and that was because that particular day he had already been in trouble.
Yeah.
But the whole class was doing whatever the hell they want to do.
Oh, okay. So,
like,
I mean, you know.
There was a little boy in there crying the whole time we was sitting there. And the teacher, like, she didn't reprimand him. She was negotiating with him, like, basically saying, look,
you want to blow pop?
No, like, I guess their little disciplinary thing is they move their clips to, you know, based on colors of what level they are on for the day or whatever.
That's going to correct their behavior.
She's telling him, like, I already told you I'll move your clip back if you just be quiet. I'm like, what? Like, when I was in school, bro, if you disrupt what's going on in the classroom, you
got to get the fuck out.
You get removed. You know what I'm saying? Like, there was none of that. These kids was getting up when they wanted to. They was talking when they wanted to. They was hanging over the chairs. It was just like, how is my child to know? Like, he's basically just going with the flow. You know what I'm saying?
Fair East Side.
It's something like, man, look, it make you think about charter schools and private schools and all that. But you know what I'm saying? But being there made me notice, like, it's a lot of parents that won't come to certain things where they can affect change.
Well, and I mean, when you're in the era of, because I know when I was going through middle school and high school that I came up in the era of teachers not giving a fuck and educators telling you that no matter how hard you try in my class, I'm gonna fail you. So fast forward now, I'm 31. You know, I'm not surprised that teacher didn't have any control in the classroom, and I'm pretty sure that is 45 to 50% of the public school system.
Yeah, man. I mean, it was she little. You know what I'm saying? All the kids in the class was black. She's a little Oriental lady. I'm not sure of her actual nationality, but, you know, she appears to be of Asian descent. And
she looking like a man.
She's small, you know what I'm saying? She not much taller than them, and they first grade kids.
Yeah.
But I also had to sit back and think about it.
Not much taller than them.
I also had to think about
it. Fire joy.
I had to think about the fact too that a lot of these kids probably got young parents.
Yeah, and you know it's illegal to be a parent now. So
yeah, and then but what I was saying is they got young parents, and you know, a lot of the schools have taken much more of a hands-off approach on the kids. It's like they don't, you know,
As soon as they made it illegal to whip your child, they took the hands-off approach.
Yeah,
Because
now they just document the shit.
Now
so
we
your
document
kids
it.
got
We
a paper trail.
create a statistic. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
that's
saying?
it. And and that's kind of where we intervened as parents,
Yeah.
dog. It's like, man, we're not finna let y'all just funnel our child into the prison system by saying he's bad and disruptive. And we still working through that. But like I say, I brought that up to say that it's hard to convince a lot of people to be involved in something as serious and as big as voting when they won't spend time to delegate in their own lives. They won't spend time to vote and affect change in their own lives.
No.
A few minutes here and there. I know it's hard as a parent at times to kind of break your routine, but man,
That's
you
an
gotta be
excuse, though.
Yeah,
like,
you got to
that
be
hard
involved,
as a
man. That's part of being
parent
an
shit,
adult, man.
that
You
hard
got to be
yeah.
involved in some way.
Parenting is hard, and if you made the choice to become a parent, then you need to handle that shit accordingly.
A lot of people ain't made the choice to become a parent. They just fucked.
They made the choice to become a parent.
They just fucked. I be telling people that shit. I be telling girls that about their baby daddies when they be saying, well, you know what I'm saying? He shouldn't have made this baby. He wasn't going to take care of it.
He wasn't trying to. He was trying to bust a nut. He just so happened to bust up in you.
Yeah, he just busted a nut, baby. It wasn't on his mind about family and all that. For some of these
But even
dudes,
that's a cop-out, bro. If, like, at the end of the day, the female that allows some dude to fuck raw after the club and ends up getting pregnant by said dude that doesn't want to do shit for his child is just as guilty as bruh trying to slide
She's
and bust a
more
nut.
guilty.
You feel what I'm saying? So
she's more guilty.
I don't feel sorry for any chick that has multiple kids and is down and depressed because of where their life's at. Grow the fuck up, woman the fuck up, and handle your business, because you, my dear, are the reason why we got 16-year-olds having gun battles at the Jacksonville Landy. So, you know what I'm saying? Like grow the fuck up, because it's getting out of hand. When you got 3 to 5 shootings a day in a city and most of those are fucking teens, something needs to be done.
Kids ain't got no parents, man.
They don't.
I said I noticed that when I was in the class, because my mom was 26 when she had me, and to some people like that, and I'm her oldest child. Like, to some people that's an old parent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got older people around you. My mom was the baby in her family, so like all my aunts and uncles and shit was older. I was around, I seen my grandparents a lot. My grandparents still living, but we lived in different states, but I still had my time with my grandparents and just other older people. And a lot of these kids being raised by young people, period. They young parents or just their siblings, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Well, and, when you're supposed to be an adult and your main priority is going to the club or the next concert or the next dude you can play for some cash or the next dude you can hustle out of a cell phone or the next baby daddy you can put on child support, what do you expect to happen? There was a time frame where it seemed like it was a game and it was a full-time job to females just to have babies. And if you feel what I'm saying?
That was after
you got hoes with nursing degrees and brand new Chargers with feet on them putting dudes on child support.
That was after the 80s when child support came out. You know what I'm saying? Like when that shit, when they that's a part of that population control, that big picture shit we was talking about too, man. The powers that be, they put in the Section 8 and the child support and shit to they did it for a reason, bro.
I mean, I get it.
They did it
population control.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And that's what made these young girls jump on the hustle of making babies and putting dudes on child support, because a lot of them were trying to hustle the public assistance system, and part of that system requires the whole child support thing.
Oh, no, I get it. My brother is an exact result of
I'm mad at the people that's caught up in that
shit
in this era of information.
I'm mad at that and I'm mad. I'm just mad at the people that
I don't be mad at the first or second phase of people who get caught up in schemes and shit like that. But like,
if you're getting caught up in child support in 2017, I don't know what the fuck you are doing with your life.
Shit weird, dog. Like, and I mean, certain shit is just targeted at a younger demographic, but again, if the world was the way it was supposed to be and we had more of a village mentality, the older people who know how detrimental that system is would train up the young people to not be a part of that shit. The same way that I feel like it should have been done with crack, but the problem with crack was the people who got fucked up by crack, they couldn't teach nobody nothing unless they actually came through that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They had to make it out of prison and out of whatever else crack physically does to people for them to try to teach these younger kids, like, don't get caught on that shit.
Yeah.
See, kids saw crackheads and was like, okay, I'm
I don't
not
want
fucking
that.
with that.
Yeah,
I don't
no.
want nothing crack or cocaine related.
No.
It's a whole generation of kids that's scared of all cocaine related shit because of their parents and aunts and shit like that. And I feel like it should be like that with the system. Somebody should be able to see how bad the system is and be like, you know what? I don't want nothing to do with that shit. I don't want nothing to do with that single parent household shit. I don't want, but it's presented to the young people in a manner of, oh no, this to come up. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You got the low rent.
Exactly.
You got the, you know what I'm saying? You get your check from your baby daddy. All you gotta do is put him on these papers. He gonna pay or he gonna go to jail. Like,
But see, now it's gotten so bad that even if you are a father intending on being in your child's life every step of the way or every step that female will allow, if she does, like, if even like me, I got benefits at the job. If I have a kid, I'm pretty sure I can put the kid on my benefits. But if I wasn't able to, and she goes and gets that kid Medicaid or whatever the fuck Obama got going on or whatever it is now, they immediately put the father on papers.
Obama ain't got nothing going on no more.
Obamacare or whatever, you know what I mean? But they immediately put the father on papers. Like, he doesn't have an option. They don't investigate to say, well, what has he been doing in the child's life? You're just immediately put on child support.
That's been
So
it doesn't get enforced, but they say the woman has to file.
no,
See, a lot
now she requests public assistance of any kind. What be
she
it
has
food
to file.
stamps?
She been like that.
Be it
It's
food
been like
stamps
that.
or Medicaid.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
where they put that in for that. They offer these women a way to survive as a single mom. Be like, here, we'll give you this. But in order for us to give it to you, you got to help us put him in, in the prison system. Basically.
Basically.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They trying to. It's a ploy to get the black man to sterilize a specific sect of people.
Yeah.
But that's been like that, bro. That's why I said it should be by this time in our lives, it should be a whole generation of people telling everybody else don't do that.
I mean, and that's really the only way to institute true change is to fucking change.
Yeah, don't send our young men to prison about this bullshit, man.
And my thing is this: is if you don't want to be a statistic in the child support game, if you can't see yourself tolerating that bitch for 18 years, wear a rubber. Or aim for her stomach or something, because
straight up
you're gonna end
that's
up
gonna be part of the
you know
system.
what I'm saying? Like, you're going to. It don't matter, what's going on. You're eventually going to be a part. So it's sad, but that's
Speaking of shit that might piss a nigga off, don't blow my high.
Don't blow my high.
I think I got a don't blow my high.
Okay.
Stop motherfucking beefing over likes and comments and shit on the internet.
That's gonna be my don't blow my high too. But carry on.
Yeah, that's why I said it like that. But it's funny because yours ain't mine. But I thought
yours.
I thought about yours while I was thinking about mine.
So this is gonna be a duel. Don't blow my high.
Stop
Same
beefing,
subject.
man. Because you just look stupid. First of all,
yours.
But and I brought that up because two people from close to Jacksonville ended up on the radio getting Donkey of the Day from Charlamagne the God on the Breakfast Club. Two dudes from, I think they from St. Augustine.
That shot each other.
Fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Over some internet beef, these grown-ass men decided to meet a 25-year-old and a 30-year-old man. These ain't even kids, bro.
One of them's dead, I think.
No, both of them are dead.
Both of them are dead.
A 25-year-old and a 30-year-old grown-ass men had words with each other over the internet, and in the midst of that, they arranged to meet up with each other at a convenience store. They met up with each other at the convenience store. They both had pistols. They both pulled their guns, and they both shot each other. One of them died on the scene. The other one made it to a hospital and died at the hospital.
Over fucking Facebook, people.
Like, bro, come on, bro. Don't blow my high with that dumb shit, bro. Like, you niggas just died.
Grow
over
the fuck
nothing.
up. Again.
And one of them got a kid or kids. If I know for a fact one of them do. I don't know if the other one was a father or not. But come on, man, y'all left whole families out here to deal with the results of this shit because y'all and y'all feelings. And I don't even know what the actual argument was. I want to hear that, bro.
I want to see, like, I hope that comes out because I bet it's something petty.
It's probably just some pussy. Most of the wars in the world have started over pussy.
Well,
It's probably just some pussy.
You know.
But yeah, man, like, come on, man, like, don't blow my high with that. Like, in this day and age, again, where we as grown people are out here trying to figure out what we gonna do about the violence amongst our younger people. You know what I'm saying? In places like Chicago and all the other inner cities and urban areas where the kids are killing each other, it's two grown men acting
You
like
two
kids.
motherfuckers decided to meet up to kill each other over a snack. Hey, you want to get some chips? Then I'm gonna shoot you in the fucking face.
Ain't nothing nobody
Right.
can say on Facebook, Snapchat, or none of that that's really gonna make me, you know what I'm saying?
Power up for real, yeah.
Not meet up so I can kill them.
No, put your hands on me.
I've had my share of words with people online. You know what I'm saying? I've had
Say, bro.
We done had some threats thrown here and there. We done had some when I see yous and all that shit.
Yeah.
Deals. But I knew in those moments that it wasn't serious enough to be like, nigga, right now, nigga, where you at right now?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm coming. You be there and I'm gonna be there. We both gonna die.
That shit is dumb. Like people put too much effort into social networking and stuff like that these days. And I noticed how much people really live for what the gram and what Facebook and Snapchat thinks. I finally noticed last night. Because last night in Jacksonville, R. Kelly had a show. Do you know how many people on my timeline were battling to see who could be the most, make it seem like they had the most exclusive access to the concert? No one gives a fuck. Ooh, I'm on stage, girl. So you get to watch his back the whole fucking night. Good for you. Ooh. Grow the fuck up. Is your electrical bill paid? You got gas in your car?
It's hard to go to the bar and the bathroom from some of those exclusive areas in a
You feel what I'm
concert.
saying?
Especially like when you to tag along when somebody like got you up there.
Yeah.
You can't move around freely.
And you really got to piss and the bathroom's on the other side of the rope. Like, god damn.
You want to go to the bar and get another drink, but you know the person who's like manning the little rope area.
The hook man.
They're not going to let you back in.
The hook man ain't gonna let it happen.
You're not really saying nothing by showing me that you got that so-called exclusive access.
Yeah, so, just stop living for fucking social networking because none of y'all impress me. And I don't care who listens to this off of my timeline, but nobody fucking impresses me because most of the people on my timeline, I know personally. And I know how fucked up each individual's life truly is. So,
You feel me?
You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not fooling nobody. I mean, I'm not saying don't go and be happy, but stop making so much effort for fucking social networking. Put that same effort toward moving forward in life in some positive manner.
Don't be so braggadocious.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Or put that effort into disciplining your kids so we can stop having 16-year-olds killing each other at Jacksonville Landing. Give that a try. So, but yeah.
So what's been blowing your high? You said it was.
Oh yeah, so the social networking, gentlemen. I'm speaking to all my men, all the men in Jacksonville that might listen to this podcast that have a female that either
Hey, we beyond Jacksonville, bro.
okay or anywhere. Shit, if you're listening to this and you got a female that is attractive, and when you met her, she was posting thirst traps on social networking, and she continues to do that while y'all are together. Don't come in my inbox if I comment on her shit. like, especially if you don't even live in Jacksonville, so there's no true way that I probably ever see your old lady again. Because I'm not coming to where y'all at to see her. I could give two fucks that y'all live there. But don't come in my inbox with some shit, bro. And if you're a grown man that has a grown woman that lives with you and that is your old lady, don't comment to another grown man that might have commented on one of her pictures on Instagram because you look stupid as fuck. Like, you're fucking her. Y'all live together. Don't say shit to nobody, bro. I had somebody come into my inbox out of the blue my birthday morning at 3:00 in the morning, actually. And it was from a chick's page, but it was her old man. Or the dude that she's fucking at the moment. And he was basically like, he said, "Say, bro, I would appreciate it if you don't comment under my girl's pics no more. I don't want to be rude and say something to you because you don't know she got a man. But if you could do that for me, I would really appreciate it. Yeah, I know she's got a man. I don't give a fuck."
And you just said something to me.
So my comment, my response was, "Say, bro, grow the fuck up."
Hey, man.
Like, get out my inbox, bro.
Like, I mean, for real, bro. Like,
If
you finna chase down every comment she gets online,
like, for
and
real,
address it. Hey, man, let my girl post online. Don't be liking shit. Don't be commenting on shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Let her shit be boring.
And on top of that, don't come at me like, especially that would be like you stepping to me about conversations me and your fiance have. I've known your fiance for 16 years now, or some ridiculous number. Not saying you knew her first, but in the situation that happened over my birthday, I knew her first.
Yeah.
Like, you're new, bruh. Sit the fuck down somewhere. You feel what I'm saying? Like, if you know that your old lady is a slut, or used to be a slut, or still posts thirst traps online, stop trying to monitor her activity and don't come at dudes, because that blows my high. I mean, I'm not the type. As you can see, my response wasn't even a real sentence. I just block people, because nobody is that. The people that are important to me are the people I talk to every day.
He wanted to start the type of beef that was gonna land him at a convenience store
to talk about it
in a good old fashioned draw. I wonder if they met up at that store and had a draw. I wonder if they walked 10 paces and turned and shot at each other like what they see on TV and shit.
Dude, calm the fuck down. This is what we're gonna do.
We're gonna settle this like men.
They must have both had been watching westerns prior to the, But yeah, man, like, people, y'all, as adults, you have, and I'm saying this to y'all. I'm not saying this to me, because I could give a fuck if Facebook crashes tomorrow. Grow the fuck up. Pay more attention to paying your bills and raising your kids properly, and less attention and effort into social networking. Because in case you haven't noticed and you're too blind to realize, social networking and technology have made humans dumb as shit, numb as shit, and a bunch of followers.
People don't even write no more.
No. People don't even face-to-face interact anymore. Like, asking a chick out on a date. Like, hoes always say they want to be courted properly. No, you don't, bitch. You want a text message that says, I made plans. Be dressed by 7:30. That's your idea of being courted. But that's just technology, man. Technology has made people lazy, dumb, and numb. And they're always worried about what them notifications look like when they get on their lunch break. You know what I'm saying? Like, grow the fuck up. Why don't you raise your kids right? Pay a bill. Do something.
Yeah, man. Don't blow a nigga high, man.
For real. Like, grow the fuck up. Today's message is grow the fuck up.
So, yeah, we back. Like, we
back.
We back in the podcast.
We back.
We ain't left nowhere.
No, we just took a break. A high.
Yeah, we was just on a break. You feel me? We still podcasters. Bud Talk is still a thing. Stoners Lane is still a thing.
Yep. Maxout is still a thing.
Maxout still a thing. We still doing our thing. Y'all can still like I said, get at us for the Stoners Lane merchandise, man. We back on that. We had never fell off of it, but we hadn't been, promoting any runs or specific colorways of the Stoners Lane shirts. But y'all holler at Dreamers, man. If you listening to this podcast, holler at Dreamers How Fly _hippie. That's HIPPIE on Instagram. Dreamers. Just type in Dreamers on Facebook. He gonna come up. The Stoners Lane logo gonna come up. Stoners Lane. You can find that on Facebook. You can find Stoners Lane on Instagram and Twitter. Stoners Lane _904. You can find Stoners Lane threads on Facebook. Click on the page, man. Go see some pictures of some of the things we have created before.
Yeah.
But like I said, we back on the merch. Hit us up for the merch. Custom orders, whatever you see online that you think you might want, hit us up and let us know the colors and sizes. We'll make it happen for you.
And we're going to be making some adjustments that are going to make it a little more attainable for people, too. So just bear with us.
Yeah, there's shit like websites and all that other shit coming soon.
Yeah, so.
Definitely.
It's just slow motion, because we all got jobs and most of us got families. I don't. But, shit is real.
It's a lifestyle brand, and one of the stereotypes of the lifestyle is procrastination and laziness and just kind of taking it easy.
Yeah, you know
we
what I'm
turn
saying?
up now, but we pretty much should be taking it easy. We do things at the pace that we can for the most part.
Yeah, we're
So-
not on anybody's calendar or clock for real. We do what
We
we
will
wanna
be
do.
soon. One day we gonna get booked for something. Bitch.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to my people, man. My dog tried to he invited Bud Talk to be a part of an artist showcase that's coming up on March
Yeah.
24th. I forgot. I don't know the venue. I wish I could because I would promote it. But we did get offered to come and be a part of a showcase, and he didn't even know what we do like that. He was like, "Look, man, I don't know how you boys really do your thing, but if y'all just want to come and try to, do the podcast live or like give some sort of commentary for the showcase," I thought that was dope just for that offer to be extended to us. But I gracefully declined because I'm just trying to be real. We not to the level of
We building over here.
yeah, we building. We not to the level of posting up and doing no live podcast. Shout out to the podcasters that do it.
Yeah.
I've listened to DJ Envy and his wife Gia do the Casey Crew live. I've listened to the Reed live with Crystals and Kid Fury. I've listened to the Brilliant Idiots live. You know what I'm saying? Like we gonna get there. These people have had their podcast going for some time, so they've found a voice and they pace and all that shit there.
I stumbled upon Gary Vay recently.
Gary V.
Gary
Vanderchuck. Yeah.
Bro.
I kept up with him when
He got a little podcast now, for real.
Yeah.
And one day I listened, because he doesn't do like hour-long shows like us. He'll have a 5-minute clip of a speech he did, and
Dope.
you know what I'm saying? A 20-minute questionnaire type vibe. So, yeah,
We're going to get there too. We're going to start having more content, and it might be shorter than a whole hour and a half podcast. I didn't think we'd be able to sit here and talk for an hour today, but damn it, we've done it already.
Hour and 10 minutes.
You feel me?
Wait, 11. You know what? I'm shocked, and it's kind of dope that a lot of people are hitting us with I don't know what the fuck y'all doing. I don't know how the fuck y'all doing it, but I got to be on that shit. You know
That's
what I'm
cool.
saying?
Yeah, because
Like-
I've been seeing a lot of people like now
Spec even said
they
it.
wanting to do podcasts, like not necessarily have their own, but be on them to promote themselves.
Yeah.
Like the podcast wave is picking up.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of the local talent being featured on other local podcasts, and that's what's up. I'm not in that kind of competition where I feel like we losing out because these people are doing this. It's just I feel
No.
good for the culture, and I feel great to know that my people still want to be a part of our podcast, and there's other people who, now that I see that they're comfortable with podcasting, I know that they'll be willing to sit down and fuck with the Bud Talk boys.
And we're going to have, there's going to be other elements to the podcast coming soon.
Yeah, I'm
Because,
video and all that shit. We're
video.
gonna be live. We live.
We live, baby.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to have it set up soon to where we on like Facebook Live and Instagram Live like at the same time while we're doing the podcast.
Yeah.
So like some people get that exclusive. That'll be the closest thing we do to live until we start like booking venues and shit.
Yeah.
But we're gonna try a bunch of different things. I've been seeing.
We're gonna
Shout out
start-
to the people in Jacksonville who are venturing into the podcasting and interviewing
Yeah.
realm. Like I said, we not journalists. I understand that this is a journalism type of thing, but we not journalists yet. But I do see that that's just a skill that we're gonna naturally pick up, and it's a skill that we're gonna have to hone in on for this to be a successful thing.
And
You know what
again,
I'm saying?
we record usually every Saturday, unless business or life gets in the way. So if you chilling one day and some shit pops on World Star that you want us to talk about, and you think we might might not have the time to view or read up on, just put it and send it to the email, because you can help us and hear our take on certain subject matter in life. Just by sending us an email like, yo, talk about this, or how do y'all feel about this? We can answer those questions as candidly and from our point of view.
Word up.
But what's the email?
budtalkpodcast@gmail.com. 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 I just wanted to say that 3 times because I was watching Dr. Umar on YouTube today, and I noticed like his video could have been like a third of the length of the video if he wouldn't have said so many things 3 or 4 times like a preacher. But I mean, I guess that's kind of sort of in the
Go
realm.
follow Bud Talk Podcast on Instagram and Twitter.
Bud Talk Podcast, Instagram and Twitter.
Go follow White Stacks Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, WHYTESTAKKS.
He only said 2 Ks.
2 Ks, people. We don't do 3 around here.
High Life 904 HighLife904 is on Twitter. He's on Instagram, and by he I mean me. HighLife904. I'm Justin Plains on Facebook. Yeah, that's the ways to get at us right now. I really wanted this podcast episode. I don't know. I'm still deciding because I know a lot of people got short attention spans and shit. But I be seeing some of these podcasts I listen to 2-hour episodes, and Joe Rogan, he talks forever.
Well, and we're going to get to that level, but one thing about the general public, no offense to everybody that's the general public that's listening.
ADD.
No, they're just dick riders. Once
that too. Yeah, man, you got to be doing something for people to be
once we get
with you.
backed by a major brand or some shit like that, everybody's going to be on our team, and everybody's going to be, I've known them for years, and, you know, we're going to be getting reposts and listens out of the wazoo. But until then, we're going to have our one true fan on SoundCloud, Nicki,
Shout
and
out.
5, 6, 7 other people that really do take time to listen, you know. So, yeah, big up to Al Pete. He's listened to multiple episodes and engaged us about them.
Yeah.
And giving us feedback. Shout out to Nakia, because every time she does have time to sit down and listen to an episode, my texts be blowing up. She be tripping. And, you know.
Shout out to my biological father out there in San Angelo, Texas.
I couldn't hang up on it.
I got a 3-way call from my mama and him, and he was telling me that he tried to support us and give us a listen. And after a few minutes, when he decided he hadn't, heard through the Pass the Joint segment, and he heard something, he said, "All right, now it's time for me to go and shut this off so I can do something else." He's a little up in age, so he not good with all this technology. He said, "I'm already illiterate." He said, "I don't know how to turn this shit off." He said he couldn't hang up on it. He went from being happy that I was doing something and being supportive of me to like pretty much cursing me in the whole podcast. Like, this is a curse I done dialed into. What the hell is this shit? How the hell do I cut this shit off? It was just amazing, but it was also dope to know that, somebody in Texas is listening to us, man. And
the same shit happened to your mama too, though, didn't it?
yeah, she did the same thing. She
shut
started
it
listening to it and had to listen to the whole thing because don't know how to shut it off on SoundCloud. That's the funniest shit I ever heard.
So, yeah.
I was like, just tap the screen. I don't know how to get back to the damn screen. So shout out to everybody who's listening to our episodes because they don't know how to shut it off. We appreciate all that shit.
Yeah.
But anything else, brother? Any closing arguments, man?
Ain't no closing arguments, but if you are listening to this, March 25th, Pretty Girl Pole Party, the Bachelorette Edition. It's an undisclosed location, private location. So, just watch Dreamus' page and my page, and Maxout, Markelle Maxout, Jordan's page.
My dog a DJ out there, bitch.
So I'm not looking forward to it because I'm not ready, but, whatever. We'll do it. I'm a DJ. I mean, technically, from a check standard, yes, I am a DJ because my very first gig was a fucking check. You bitch. Me? You horse. I've changed.
Well, what else? Me. I've changed. Black youngster fool.
But yeah. So, other than that, bro, just appreciate everybody that's really supporting. And if you listen to it this far and you like what you hear, please share. You hitting that share button could mean a change of pace for me and Justin and everybody involved a lot quicker than if we just keep posting the shit every day. So, take the time to share it.
We're on SoundCloud and YouTube. SoundCloud and YouTube.
SoundCloud and YouTube are the Bud Talk podcast.
Some people don't know how to operate SoundCloud, so you can find us on YouTube too.
Yep. Usually the day after this goes up on SoundCloud, it will hit YouTube until life is disconnected from what we do with the podcast. It's just gonna be that way because sometimes kids got to get yelled at and homework has to be helped with. So,
yep.
Other than that, I think we can wrap it up, B.
We talk that Bud Talk.